Hi there, I am Sherri Arndt with the Christian Working Woman. And if you're anything like me, your life is busy, full of hurry, full of lists, full of checking things off as quickly as you can. But lately I've been wondering, what if what really matters is learning to live unhurried? Not long ago, I just finished reading this book called An Unhurried Life by Alan Fadling. His wife, Jem, had recently spoke at one of our Zoom get-togethers, and I was struck by her gentle and quiet manner. There was something in her presence that felt grounded and peaceful, something that I longed for. That, of course, led to me reading her husband's book. And you've probably met someone like Jem at some point, a person that just has that calming presence about them. But it's rare, isn't it? Most of us are rushing from one place to the next, constantly thinking about what's next on our to-do list. But in his book, Alan Fadling writes about how that constant hurry, often praised through our culture, can actually distract us from hearing God. We can become so consumed with being productive or chasing our goals or even managing our image that we forget to listen for that one voice that truly matters. Now, to be clear, Alan isn't advocating laziness, not at all. He believes in taking action and using our gifts, but he teaches us how to create space internally for God to shape us. It's about learning to live from a place of peace, a soul that is unhurried. And for me, this message hit deep. I have walked through seasons of trauma that have left me feeling like everything depended upon me. I felt abandoned and rejected, and that pressure led me to overwork, overfunction, and eventually some serious health issues. And maybe that's why Jem's peaceful spirit drew me in. I longed for that kind of rest, for that kind of calm. But even in that difficult season, I was trying to walk in obedience to Jesus. I was clinging to scripture and doing all the right things. But internally, I was carrying the weight all by myself. I said I trusted God, but my heart was living like everything still depended on me. And I know that I'm not alone in that. Many of us believe intellectually that God is capable. We know that He is in control. But in our hearts, we're still carrying fear, trying to outrun the disappointment or holding tightly to that control. So as I read Alan's book and I discussed it with some friends, I realized just how tangled up I was on the inside. And slowly, page by page, I began to make space to unhurry myself, to let God to begin the untangling. And now little by little, my soul is learning to rest. I start each day with open hands, offering my day to God, letting His word fill me, and listening for His voice. My calendar hasn't gotten any lighter, but my heart is quieter. One of the challenges that Alan offers in his book is to ask, is an unhurried life in the Spirit of Jesus more fruitful than a hurried life? He talks about the difference between being busy and being productive. We can fill our lives with activity and still bear no lasting fruit. But a soul at rest in God, that kind of life can be fruitful and quiet in powerful ways. He also invites us to think about how we rest. After a long day, when you're exhausted and overstimulated, what do you turn to? Do you find yourself scrolling, snacking, watching something, anything to check out? Well, he calls that numbing. And I think he's right. It doesn't truly restore us. But instead, he encourages us to receive the gift of Sabbath rest, the kind of rest that God modeled for us in the very beginning. Receive the gift of Sabbath rest, the kind of rest that God modeled for us in the very beginning. Real rest. Rest that renews our mind, our heart, and our body. A rest that comes not from escape, but from trust. Trusting that God is still working when you're not. Trusting that His pace is better than yours. Trusting that your worth isn't measured by what you produce. I am so thankful for the wisdom that I have found in this book. My days may still be full, but now I'm learning to walk through them with an unhurried soul. And that shift has grown my faith, it's deepened my trust, and anchored me in peace. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or always in a rush or just desperate for a breath of fresh air for your soul, I highly recommend this book. Because choosing to live an unhurried life and allowing God to shape you from the inside out, that is what really matters.